Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video I'll be unboxing STURGINIUM Skies, the Dystopian Wars starter set.
Here we go, it's STURGINIUM Skies. I've been looking forward to getting hold of this for a little while now, and it arrived in the post yesterday, so I got stuck in to do an unboxing video straight away. This is a 2-player starter set, part of Dystopian Wars by Warcradle Studios. Let's get it open and then we'll go through all the contents in detail, and hopefully that'll give you a good idea as to whether or not you'd like to add this to your collection. And a big shout out and thank you to Warcradle Studios for sending this to me. It's not a paid review, they sent me the box. I don't even have to do a video for it, but it's so good that how could I resist? It looks like a real fun game, the models look fantastic, and I'm looking forward to trying out something a little bit different from what I've been playing recently. My first impressions on this box were really good. I love this Warcradle Studios brand in here. Who doesn't like shiny embossed logos on their boxes? And then on the back you can clearly see what's included in the 2-player starter set. And this is everything you need to get playing the game. So if you haven't played before like me, then this is what you need to get going with. And it's good value because you're going to get 2 fleets in there, the book, all your measuring tools, the specific dice, cards, tokens, and everything you need to get going. So really nice. I love the box, and it's super clear, so you know exactly what to expect. Once you slide off the game cover, you've got another nice logo there, and this just looks quality. You know, it really has a nice feel about it. So right away, we're off to a really good start. And I think if you're getting this as a gift for someone, then they're really going to appreciate it. Having this nice artwork on the cover of the box just sets it off almost like a kind of premium product. That's the way I feel about it. So yeah, I'm getting a good vibe right away. But it's what is inside the box that is the most important thing. So let's get the lid off and we'll have a look at everything included in there. So right away we're greeted by the STURGINIUM Skies campaign booklet. Looks like that's got the instructions in there as well. We'll have a good look through that later on. Then we've got the rule book. Again, I'll flick through this. I'm not going to go in depth on how to play the game in this video, rather give you a good idea about what's included. But after doing the unboxing video, I'm really keen to explore this game a bit further. It looks really fun. So we've got some token sheets there. We've got 2 all together, so I guess 1 for each player. And then there's a lot of sprues in here. They're not messing around, and tons of small parts to build. And then you're getting loads of bases, as you can see here. And as we work through the video, I'll separate the sprues into sets because we're going to get some repeated sprues here. And then I'll give you a good look at each sprue up close on the camera so you can get a good idea of the quality and exactly what's included. These bases are really neat. They've got like the sea texture on there, so pretty quick to paint. I think you could almost spray them with a primer, then blue, and then just dry brush a little white on. I think that's going to be a quick way of getting these going. And then with the whole vibe of the game, maybe just doing some metallic work on the models and go into a bit of detail if you want to, bringing out some of the main areas. But we'll get to that later. But let's get all these sprues out. You can see there's tons in here. We're getting some bigger pieces for the Sky Fortress. And then at the bottom, we've got some bases. These are going to be for those planes on the round discs. Then we've got 2 packs of cards, some chunky cards there as well. So you're going to get quite a few. I believe it's 60 a pack, so quite a lot of cards. Some more bases, and then throughout the sprues there were these stands as well for all the flying units. We've got our measuring gauges to trim off and use there as well. So that's really nice. And then you've got some really good quality dice, as you'll see later on, and lots of these that you roll for when you're making your hits. So there's some good stuff in there. That's pretty packed. Now let's have a look at each element in detail, and we'll begin with the measuring devices. That's your drift marker. Then you've got this one, which is good for arcs of fire, and then you've got these 2 distance markers which you connect together and you can swivel them around as well, which is really cool. Then we've got these little bases, and so these are going to be the bases that the little planes go on, the discs, and so they're the ones that are off, like floating on the sea, it looks like, but really they're just flying low, and they're going to be 45mm across. Then we've got some dice here. Now these are going to be the dice that you roll once you get a critical hit. And so this is going to do different types of damage to the vessels. And so this will all be explained in the rules book. And there's some great videos online. I've been watching some as I've been building the models too. But you can see the dice are really nicely done. Great quality, which is really good to see. You want some nice dice in these box sets. So it looks like no expense has been spared there. So I was really happy to see good quality dice. Then there's the smaller dice. You're going to get quite a lot of these. You're going to get 20 in each pack, so 20 per player if you want. Or if you get really lucky and you're rolling lots and those dice are exploding, you might need to borrow some from your opponent too. Again, really nice quality. These are a little bit smaller, these dice, but they've got everything on there very clearly marked. Got these nice anchor symbols. So if you roll those, they explode, so you get to roll another dice. And then you've got shields and the explosions as well. So nice and crisp, nice and clear, really good to see. Then we've got the token sheet, so you've got 2 of these all together, and these are going to be for different conditions that apply to your vessels once they've been hit and things like that. You've got some damage tokens on the left, and you can see they're reversible, printed on both sides, not super thick, but very nice quality and great printing. And so overall, I'm just getting really good quality vibes from everything I've seen so far. Then we've got the card packs. You're going to get 1 per player, and these are victory or valor cards, and they're nice and thick too. So again, really good quality. So we're not messing around here. I think if you get this, you can really feel how good it is and well put together. So I'm very impressed so far. And then as you can see, all the cards are victory or valor. They're all numbered 1 through 60. And then you get different uses throughout the game to get victory points and to win the initiative and things like that. Next up, we've got the rulebook. Now, this is A5, and it's printed on this glossy paper, and, you know, not super high quality, certainly not like an A4 with lots of images and things in there, but it's handy to use on the tabletop, I think. Having the A5 booklets is really nice. You get some great pictures in there, and it sets the scene for sure. You've got about 40 pages of rules before you move on to reading about the lore. And there's a lot of lore included in here too. And then it gives you different ways to play. You've got some full page imagery as you go through, but not an awful lot. So, you know, it's more of a reading book, this one. But yeah, lots to read through. And I think it's going to be really fun to get an idea of where this game is based and the lore behind it. And it breaks through all the different factions. And so, yeah, nice little book. And from the short amount of time I've spent looking through it and just reading some of the sections, it reads well, it's well written, and so yeah, very happy. I think this is going to be nice and functional, and it's going to work really well alongside you on the tabletop. It's not going to take up too much room and be too clunky. The second book is the campaign for STURGINIUM Skies, and so this is going to give you an introduction to this new mission scenario, and so this is going to give you a campaign to play, but it's also the instruction book to build all your models. And so yesterday evening I built quite a few. I've almost got it all done, as you'll see later on in the video. I've only got 6 models left to build, so nice and straightforward to follow. Lots of small bits to put together, which is fun, so if you're looking for a nice build project, this could be it for you. And yeah, really cool to have all these little ships, submarines and airplanes, and have the 2 fleets in the box is great. And then at the back you've got all your cards for each of the different units, and you can also get those for free on the Dystopian Wars website, which I'll show you later on in the video. And then this has got a really nice quick reference guide at the back of the booklet, which I think is going to come in handy. Now let's have a look at all the sprues and the other components. So you get quite a few of these little stands here, and these are going to be for all your planes and anything that flies. Basically, you're going to put them on this to raise them off of the tabletop. Those little stands will then go in these bases. So you can see you've got the smaller ones here, and then you've got some of the other ones. One big large one that'll probably be for the Sky Fortress, and then you've got the others here. So you get 3 different sizes, and again all done like the sea texture, so nice and easy. Quick blue, bit of a dry brush, good to go. I don't think this is going to take long at all. I might go with Talisar blue contrast paint with a white dry brush over the top to pick out those waves. Not sure yet. I'll do a little play around and experiment with that, but really like these. Great idea. Then we're on to the sprues. Now we're going to get 2 of this sprue, and these are the components you need for the Sky Fortress. This is a lot bigger than I expected it to be, and so looking on the box it didn't look that big, but once you put it together it's real chunky and is yeah, awesome to have on the tabletop. I think it's going to be great fun to play. And when you've got all the other planes from the other force, so this is part of the Imperium, then you've got the Canadian force, once you have all those planes flying around this doing battle, I think it's going to be really dramatic, so I can't wait to give it a go. Then we got this sprue here. You're going to get 3 all together, and then this is going to give you some components. You've got a couple of the submarines on there. You're going to get 6 of those all together, and then other parts you need to build the different ships. And then here are those planes. Look at those. I think these look really cool over the sea, and I've seen people doing just a little bit of shade around the plane to act like a shadow so it stands out, and that's really good. But you basically, once you've painted it, you glue it in there and you're ready to go. We've got 2 more sprues here, so let's have a close look at these. These are pretty neat. We've got some more airship looking vessels that are going to be doing some serious damage, a bit quicker, protecting that sky fortress. So yeah, really nice. Love those. And then you can see up close just how great the detail is on these. And you get some different options on which vessels you can build, which is really nice. So you'll find you'll have quite a lot of pieces left over once you've put all this together. Then we've got another double sprue. This one looks great, getting a bit like an aircraft carrier vibe from this one. Again, you've got options though of how to put it together. So you can put it together in 2 different ways. And then I've followed basically with my build, I've gone with the list that's on the back of the STURGINIUM Skies box, and just to play it along as the box says to get going with. And then there's some more planes at the back, some little ones, one bigger one. Yeah, really great details. Really cool to have these little boats. I can't wait, or ships. I can't wait to play it. Then we've got 3 of this sprue here, and these are going to be some more of the flyers, and these are part of the Canadian force. And most of the Canadian force are flying around. You've even got these big ships with the rotors, so they're flying above the sea. So yeah, really, really good. And I'm just loving the detail on all these models. So really nice. Good quality plastic, nice and solid, and really crisp. There's some trimming and tidying up to do as you would expect, but nothing out of the ordinary. I haven't seen any mistakes on any of the sprues, so it is really crisp and well done. That's covered all the contents of the box now, and I've got to say, I'm really impressed with all of this. The quality is just fantastic from all the different elements. I'm trying to think of anything negative, any downsides, and I guess once I've finished building it all, it might be nice to do another video just going over my experience of putting it all together. But from the ones I've done so far, I've had a great time doing it. It's been really fun to build it, and only 6 left to go. Let's have a look at the ones I have put together so you can see. And here we've got them laid out on the table. So 2 of the forces almost finished. I've done all of the Imperial force, and now I've just got 6 vessels to do for the Canadian force. Yeah, I spent a few hours putting these together, and the only one that was fiddly was the big sky fortress, but not too bad at all. And then the rest were quite easy, really went together well. The instructions worked nicely, and you've got all the different options. But again, I just followed the options on the book. You've got the Canadian force here, mostly flyers, 6 submarines, which I can't wait to learn how they play, and then all these smaller planes as well. This one kind of reminds me of the plane from DuckTales a little bit, I don't know why. And then we've got the ships here for the Imperium, which just look like beasts. They got guns all over them. And then you've got the big sky fortress. This is just going to be immense. Look at all those guns, and this can have planes taking off it and all sorts going on. A big thanks to Warcradle Studios for sending this out to me. It's something I just wouldn't have ever thought to buy, but I'm really happy with it. I can't wait to play it. And if you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I'll put a link to their website down below, which will take you to the page that shows you where you can find it in your area. And you can see here, it's available across North America, Europe, and a few other places too. You can also find on the website more information about the other games they play, but in particular for Dystopia Wars, you can go down, have a look at the other products. You might want to get a different fleet, which would be cool, so you don't just have to get this starter set. There's some other ones available, but they do have all the unit cards there, so you just click on that and it takes you to the factions. This is a good way to have a look at the factions maybe and see which one you'd like to play, but focusing on the Imperium here, you can go down and see all the unit cards for the different vessels and units you can play in the game. And let's have a look at the Sky Fortress, which is the one that's included in this set. So although you get all this in the set, if you want to get these and print them off and play, then you can do that, and it's full colour and just the same quality you'd get in the book, so you can print that at home and have everything maybe laminated, ready to go to play your game. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this game so far, what you've seen in the starter box, but maybe you've already played it, so it'd be great to hear your feedback and whether or not you'd like to see more videos on this here on the channel. I'll definitely do a video once I've got it built so you can have a good close-up look at the different units, and I'll do a quick basic playthrough before that video just to get an idea of how the basics of the rules work. And I've watched some battle reports, it looks really fun, so yeah, I'll definitely do that one, but if you want to see more, let me know. Thanks so much for watching the video, hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell too to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Game. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.